And as we speak, the world's richest man, Elon Musk, has full access to the U.S. Treasury federal payment system, and Democrats are ringing the alarm bell. Take a look.
Before our very eyes, an unelected shadow government is conducting a hostile takeover of the federal government.
This is the most corrupt administration in our history, and it's putting our economy, our government, and our most at-risk communities in serious jeopardy.
Elon and his handful of friends now have full access to your personal and financial information that's in the system. Your payment history, your social security number, your bank account numbers. Elon now has the power to suck out all of that information for his own use.
Yeah. So, the White House, however, is claiming that they're keeping his power in check. Take a look.
Mr. President, why is it important for Elon Musk to have access to the payment systems at Treasury?
Well, he's got access only to letting people go that he thinks are no good if we agree with him, and it's only if we agree with him. He's a very talented guy from the standpoint of management and costs. Elon can't do and won't do anything without our...
Backlash against The View is nothing new, but this time they might have gone too far. When Whoopi Goldberg and Sunny Hostin started spreading strange conspiracy theories about Elon Musk supposedly taking over Donald Trump's government, even their most loyal fans had to pause in shock. It wasn't just a reckless claim, it was a baseless accusation that sounded desperate and could have serious legal consequences. The moment those words left their mouths, you could almost hear the control room gasp in panic. But before the conversation could spiral into something even more dangerous, chaos erupted on set. A producer from The View suddenly rushed onto the stage, trying to stop this disaster from turning into a full-blown legal nightmare. Whoopi, however, didn't seem to care. If anything, she appeared to be enjoying the drama unfolding around her. She sat there, amused by the spectacle, while the producers scrambled behind the scenes, realizing the situation was quickly getting out of control.
So, I mean, are Americans going to be okay with Musk? Oh, okay. A guy nobody voted for, having all this kind of power. And you know, the news outlet Wired found out that at least 6 of the gentlemen on Elon Musk's team are between the ages of 19 to 24 with little or no government experience, and one is in college. I mean, who are these people and why do they have access to any of your business?
Well, they don't. What they're doing is actually illegal. Everyone knows that the separation of powers allows for Congress to decide. They have the power of the purse. This is money that was already allocated from taxpayer money.
Instead of backtracking, Whoopi doubled down on her claims. She insisted that Musk was positioning himself for power and that his support for Trump was about much more than politics. It was part of a grand scheme to take over the government. Sunny Hostin, with her usual air of confidence, jumped in. She claimed Musk had been making secret deals and using his billionaire influence to manipulate policies behind closed doors. The way she spoke, you'd think she had just uncovered the biggest political scandal of the century. But there was just one problem. None of it was based on facts. Even Joy Behar, who never misses a chance to bash Trump or Musk, seemed uneasy. She shifted in her seat, glancing off camera, as if silently asking the producers, are we really letting them say this on air? Meanwhile, Sarah Haynes, usually the voice of reason, tried to step in and calm things down. But before she could get a word in, Whoopi shot her a sharp look that instantly silenced her. And then, something unprecedented happened. A senior producer, clearly in crisis mode, stormed onto the set in front of the live audience. This was almost unheard of on The View. He wasn't smiling, nor was he pretending this was just another heated debate. He was furious. With his headset still on and a clipboard in hand, he leaned in and whispered something to both Whoopi and Sunny. His frantic gestures made it clear this needed to stop before things got even worse.
Started learning about Elon Musk now being a special government employee, which means he has top security clearance, but he doesn't have the obligations that a full federal employee has, so he doesn't have to give the same amount of disclosures. He has less conflicts of interest. And it seems to me that when I put my legal hat on, what Donald Trump is trying to do is he's trying to expand the powers of the executive branch. We all know, or we should know in this country, that there are 3 co-equal branches of government. You got
Who are they, Sunny?
Okay, so you've got the judicial branch, you've got the executive branch, and you've got the legislative branch. The legislative branch is the branch that Sarah was just talking about, which is Congress, right? So you've got the House and Senate, power of the purse. What he is trying to do is trying to figure out how he can expand his power, the power of the executive branch, and have a little more power over Congress. And he certainly has kind of a bit of power over the judicial branch, because the top of the judicial branch is the Supreme Court, which he has packed with loyalists. So in my view, I think he's causing a constitutional crisis intentionally so that this goes to the Supreme Court.
But the damage was already done. Within minutes, clips of the segment went viral on social media, and the backlash was immediate. Even The View's usual left-leaning audience, who often defend the show, started calling out Whoopi and Sunny for making wild, unfounded accusations. It's one thing to criticize Musk's policies or business moves, but openly claiming on national television that he was plotting a government takeover. That was a completely different level of reckless, as soon as those words left their lips, ABC executives knew they had a massive crisis on their hands. Backstage tensions were through the roof. Whoopi, never one to admit she was wrong, rolled her eyes and muttered about the show being too censored. She felt the producers were overreacting. Meanwhile, Sunny, who, as a former prosecutor, should have known better, looked visibly shaken. She had to realize just how much legal trouble she might have just invited. Defamation lawsuits have been piling up lately, and the last thing ABC needed was another legal battle, especially with someone as powerful as Elon Musk. The network wasted no time assembling their legal team for an emergency meeting. They were already dealing with multiple lawsuits from past controversies, and now they were facing the very real threat of Musk taking legal action. ABC's lawyers scrambled to decide whether they should issue a public apology, an on-air retraction, or some other form of damage control before Musk took things further. And Musk? He wasted no time responding. Within hours, he took to Twitter in classic Musk fashion, mocking the entire situation. "Apparently, I'm secretly running the government now. Wild. Wish someone had told me," he tweeted, adding his signature laughing emoji. The internet exploded. People from both sides of the political spectrum ridiculed The View for their outrageous claims. Some demanded ABC take serious action against Whoopi and Sunny, while others argued it was time to cancel The View altogether. Now the big question remains: will Musk actually take legal action? Given his history of fighting back against false media reports, The View might have just poked the wrong bear. With all the lawsuits they're already facing, this latest scandal could be the final straw. If Musk does decide to sue, The View might not just be looking at a hefty settlement. They could be staring at the beginning of the end, Dardarsee.